Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay.
I
Is this summary session or doubt class?
A practice assignment and then activity questions.
Is the doubts?
Hi, yes. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? And I have shared my screen. Kindly acknowledge if my screen is visible.
Accessible, ma'am. And
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, in the
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I have a doubt in GA for question 7. I mean, I'm not asking the answer, but in the question it's written as a multiple select question, and I feel like there are two mistakes, and the options we can't select two. Hello?
This question, right? Seventh question.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a multiple select question, but it is not here. Okay, I'll ask the team to check this question now. Grade 4, question number 7, right? Okay. I have informed the team, they'll check.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, so proceeding further, people.
Ma'am, my third week score is not showing on my course tab.
Did you check in the score, I mean, like a dashboard also?
Yes, ma'am. In grade section it is showing, but
Hmm.
at the my current score tab it is not showing how many score I have got.
Could you please write a mail to support team? They'll help you in this.
Okay.
Ma'am, so should I submit the assignment itself or should I wait?
Week 4, right?
Yeah.
Um, when is the deadline? It's on 2nd of July, right?
Yes.
So please wait. Maybe within tomorrow it will get resolved. So we'll revert you back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Uh, Krish, you have mentioned that you have known like you have known Java and all. It's nothing but there you'll write the syntax and all. Here it will be like what you have to do. It's like a pseudocode type. You have to understand. Like of course, if you know Java, you can understand the pseudocode and all. And what you have to do is you have to like what is the process is given. Just what will be the output, possible output. Only that is mentioned. Okay, like let's say there you have to save from one array to another array. So instead of arrays, here they have used as a pile.
That is where I get confused. All the terminologies, table, pile,
Mm-hmm. Actually, instead of table and pile, both are same to the arrays. So there you are just moving from one array to another, similar way.
and row.
And a row is like each element you will take from the like let's say zeroth index, first index. So elements you will take no same way.
Okay, so A0 is actually row, A1 is row, and A, which is the array, that is table. right?
Repeat.
Suppose there's an array in Java A. So this array A is the table, and A0, A1, all these cells are the what do we say, row,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, ma'am.
Yes, that cells are said to be the rows and all. And similarly, instead of you can see no looping and all, it is same.
Yes, ma'am.
You can see the range functions, everything will be same. But instead of giving us, there you'll use it as a variable equal to some values and all. Instead of that, they have given us a conditions. That's it. There
Okay.
you'll see as -10 less than or equal to variable. Instead of that, they have used the current person, previous person's max mark, something like that.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Kaustav, you just and people, if you have any doubt in any of the questions, please post now. Before that, we'll just discuss the practice questions. After that, we'll go ahead with the doubts. Okay. This is of week 4 practice assignment, people. From fifth question, I'm starting here. Okay. So the following pseudocode is executed using the scores dataset. Two students form a steady pair if the difference in the max mark are at most 10. Assume that pile 1 is always restored back after calling the what is that state like pile 1. Okay, so here they have mentioned as like whatever the marks they have mentioned, so I mean which city they belongs to is also mentioned. For qualifier it's from week 1 to week 4. Yeah, sorry for the interruption, people. I'm resharing the screen again. Can you able to see the data set now? I mean like this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So here pile 1 is restored and count 1 is equal to the. Okay, so here count 1 is equal to the steady pair of pile 1 and pile 1 is taken. They are checking for the Chennai and next is for like all the, if it is pile, then they are moving to the pile CHN. If it is Bangalore, pile BLR and Vellore is moved to pile BLR. Okay, then they are taking the steady pair count. So here we'll get the count now. So all the values are added here and count 3 is equal to count 1 minus count 2. And then we are going ahead with the procedure here. What is the steady pair procedure is given, which means the maximum difference should be between the um, which means like if you are a qualifier, you can just continue from week 1 to 4. That is fine. If you are the term, I mean the term student, then you have to continue from the week 5. Okay. Yes. So here what the count 1 represent at the end of the execution. What is count 1 here, people? That is the question. So you just check with that and tell me what is count 1.
Hello. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Myself, Asutosh, ma'am.
Hmm?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, please say.
Ma'am, actually, I joined first time this Zoom workplace workout, so that's why. And ma'am, could I like sorry, ma'am, my English is not well enough good, so please cooperate. Yeah, so I have one doubt. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So, ma'am, I have one doubt. Ma'am, I
Hmm.
missed my week 3 assignment. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, graded segment. So it's a necessary. It's a like may it something issue or not. Something could be happen with like they rejected my everything. They get out. They get out me from the course. Actually, I didn't submit.
Are you maintaining that average at least?
Yeah, I actually, my all score is like week one score is 90%.
And week 2? If you're maintaining the average, it won't be a problem.
Everything. I
If
got
you
some
still have a
favors.
doubt, you can just write a mail to a support team. They'll help you in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's a necessary to do every time, like every segment, every weekly segment, ma'am.
Yes, every weekly assignment should be done. Like, yeah, it is mandatory.
Oh, okay, ma'am, got it. Ma'am, could you guide me something like actually like how to crack qualifier exam? I am too much nervous to see. So could
Uh,
you?
Actually, it
Yeah.
won't be a big thing, actually. The thing is, like, if you cover these questions and all, like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, if you watch the lectures and then if you practice the practice assignment questions and all, it won't be a big problem for you. You'll understand what the concept is. It's more about how you're understanding the concepts.
Okay. So, ma'am, I can qualify. I can crack it. Are you sure?
Yeah. Because it's about understanding the concept. See, if they have mentioned something like, let's say, if the procedure is followed, or they have to do the looping or conditional statements, if you know what is what, then you can be able to understand that. Based on the conditions, you have to follow. That's it.
Okay, like every lecture I did, when I completed every lecture and every questions, then I will crack it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
Yeah. Ma'am, actually, the thing is that like it's a totally like new for me. I didn't face any like this kind of things in my life. Coding or CT is too much difficult for me. So how to handle this kind
Do
of
you know
thing?
any other programming language?
What?
Do you know any other programming language?
No, ma'am, I didn't use a computer, never ever.
Okay. Then you can
Yeah,
just watch from the week 1. So it'll be from the basics. Like it's about logical, like how you think. It's about it. And people,
yeah.
those 1 minute assettos, and people who are all writing the qualifier, please ignore the week 5. For you all, it's only from week 1 to week 4. Only if you pass the qualifier, then you can go ahead with the week 5 and all. No need to worry about it as of now.
But
Ma'am,
week 5, the week 5, the date is
But
July 9,
graded
ma'am.
assignment deadline is
Definitely
9th.
passed.
That is fine, people. But as of now, if you are a qualifier, no need to worry about it. Only if you are
okay,
a term student, then you
ma'am.
have to complete the week 5.
Ma'am, I have a last question. Last question. Is this course made for Hindi medium student?
Yeah, it is there in the every video lecture. It was below. You can find the.
Because like this course is totally made like actually the thing is that like actually that is I'm talking about that student who goes to every like who did his academics in government school, and so is this course is worth it, like is this course made it for that kind
See,
of person
actually,
they
the
can
thing
handle?
is, below the every lecture, you can see that there's a Hindi video, na?
Yeah.
I
You
think
can
in
watch it.
diploma it's not available or it's available.
For which week?
Diploma if we are doing further
Okay.
in same thing, then it is available in Hindi.
I think for some courses it is available. For CT, for sure, it's available.
Ma'am, could you answer one question which I have sent in chat box?
1 minute. Which question, no?
Recently sent.
If we qualified for the exam and not done the week 5 content, then
Then again you'll have a next deadline, so no need to worry about it.
for the
Ma'am,
qualified student, we
one,
will again have a next deadline for week 5.
but ma'am, one sir or TA, I think, told us that if we are supposed to continue our means after week 4, if we have to give the qualifier exam. After giving the qualifier exam, we are supposed to continue our week 5 with this week after this week 4. Or if
Yes.
we didn't continue it, we have to again start from week 1 from another date. Sir
Yeah,
told
next
this.
term you have to start from week 1, but there you'll write quiz 1, not as qualifier.
Yes, ma'am. Again, we have to appear for quiz 1, right?
Yes.
But if we continue within this week 5, week 6, and all this, and then we have to, when we don't need to give week 1, we will only prepare for week 2 and end term, right?
Yes. So
Yes,
if
yes.
you still have any doubt, you can write a mail to support team. They'll help you in this.
Because ma'am, the
So for
other
qualified student, we
TAs,
don't have to do the graded assignment of week 5.
Repeat your question.
I am a qualified student, so I don't have to do the graded assignment of week 5.
Actually, it's not required, but still you can write a mail to support team to confirm this.
because ma'am, the other TAs and the teachers are telling that you will have to submit the graded assignments of week 5 and 6 further.
But you are just the qualified people, no?
Yeah, we
Yes,
are.
ma'am. We are qualified.
That only we were telling that as we are the qualified students only. So then why we'll have to do, because then we'll not get the time to revise and for the qualifier also.
One TA told us that if we take a break after week 4, then we have to we will be given one another date. The classes will be started from week 1. Then we have to give week quiz 1, quiz 2, and end term. That's
And the TA also said that if you qualify, then you will have to continue for the further course also. So it's better that you give earlier only the graded
yes,
assignment for
graded
week 5.
assessment. Yes, if we want to continue like this only, then we have to appear for the graded assignment and all.
People, I'll just check with the team. You also please write the mail regarding that, because generally for qualifier it's only week 1 to 4. Week 5.
Actually,
Yes, ma'am.
can I say something? Actually, like what I understood from like if you want to only participate in qualifier, then 1 to 4 week is enough. But
Yes, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
but if you want to continue this in this term, means this is the May to the September term, then you need to continue to submit the week 5, week 6. If you qualify, then you can continue this term, whatever courses you want. But if you are
Yes,
only
but
completed up to 4, then we need to like again like start from the next term, that is
Yes,
September
we
term.
have to
So
start
if
from
we
zero.
will qualified for the exam, we have to again study the week 4 content, week 1 to week 4
Yeah,
content.
in
No, if
September.
you
But if
take
you
break,
want,
yes, if you take break, then you have to again start from week 1. Otherwise, you can continue
Just
submitting
start
this week 5.
studying from
It's
the day
it's
after the
like you
result.
have to get the admission in next term. That's why you have to start from week 1. If you continue in this term, you will continue from week 5. Sometimes they extend the, I think, timeline
yes,
for week
guys,
5 submission.
that is
So we
that is
have to do
also
the
one
week 5.
actually, I didn't heard about
yes,
like
this is
extending the
correct.
deadline.
And
What I
the
heard that
reason,
actually in exam it will come up to only week 4, but you need to continue the like submission of assignment. But you can prepare for the ends like qualifier exam up to only week 4, but you can continue the like submission of assignment for week 5 or week 6.
Yes, that's
Yes, you can
right.
continue.
guys, another reason is also there. I mean,
Your
once
voice
you
is
are not
cracking.
qualified in
Your voice is
qualified
not clear.
exam on that.
Ma'am, your voice is
I
not
think, bro,
audible.
this
Yeah, okay, fine.
qualifier is like who enroll, who passed this
Yeah,
qualifier, then it becomes quiz 1, and after that, the quiz 2 will be held on 3 August.
So that's why it's a quiz one. You can see this this qualified as as a quiz one. I thought that.
And the person who
What
is
what's your thought, guys?
is not able to preparing for qualifier and not doing well. I have given the link in the comment chat section for CT mock test. He can appear there
I know
and do the mocks.
those
Our TA
student
has
who appear in qualified, then they give him a chance to attempt. Yeah,
audio
qualified.
is not clear, brother. Audio is not.
The guidelines. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you
Hello.
are
Yes,
audible.
you
If we
are.
want to continue with this term, we have to give the qualify week 5 grade
Yes,
assignment.
yes, yes.
Yeah, you want
Yeah,
to like
people.
appear in quiz 2. So that's why you need to attempt the week 5 content.
Ma'am, today dot session.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Can we
Ma'am,
start?
recently I sent the doubt. Please clear. Please could you?
Yeah, sure. I'm starting, people. Okay.
Ma'am, Q's two syllabus.
Yeah.
Q's two syllabus. Week week 5 to week 8.
You can check the
Okay,
grade
okay.
document, and that it will be available. You can check that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
People, if you
Hello.
have any other doubts
Ma'am,
regarding the exam hall and all,
ma'am,
you can just write a
I have
mail
one
to
question.
support team. They'll help you on that. Okay.
Ma'am, I have
So
a
now
question.
proceeding
You are
further,
the
people. Yes.
ma'am, you are the professor of IIT Madras.
No, I'm a
If
course instructor of this course.
like course instructor, that means like you are living in IIT Madras na, and you taking this lecture. Am I right?
What is the issue actually? Do you have any other doubt?
No, actually, actually, I am too curious to know. Like, it's IIT Madras. It's a big deal for me. I, I'm talking in like IIT, and you cracked the Z advanced. So that's why.
If
So,
you have any doubt regarding the course and all, you can write a mail to support team. They'll help you, people. Okay. Yeah. Proceeding further. So, did you all understood more what does this count one represent? So, count one is equal to the steady pair of pile one. So, what this pile one is about? I mean, what the steady pair procedure mentions?
Read the first card.
Yes.
Ma'am, it's the number of pairs.
Yes. So number of steady pairs will be the answer for this because it's very clear that we are using the two loops here. So we are drawing one card from the pile one and then we are reading the card. Then we are moving it to the pile two. And then what are we doing here? Again, we are taking the pile one has more cards, which means already there is a pile one. In pile one, I have moved to the pile two, the first card. Now, what are the cards in the pile one is taken, which means the second card is taken and I'm moving it to pile three. Then I'm checking the difference between the pile two card and pile three card. That is the difference between that. If the value is minus 10 to plus 10, which means the difference has to be at most 10. If that is the case, we are adding the A count. At last, once the process is over, we are moving all the pile 3 to pile 1. Because see, we have taken, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So in pile 1. So now what I am doing is in pile 2, I am moving this fourth card. Okay, after that, we are taking these things. So now what will happen? Okay, let me just write again. P1, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And in pile 2, I'm moving this fourth card. And here I'm just using the next pile 1, right? So in pile 3, what are the cards will be there?
The card which is at most difference between them is at most 10.
No. All the cards will be moved to pile 3, na? So it will be like in pile 3, first the third card is moved and maximum difference is checked. Then second is moved. So now in this, after moving fourth one, it won't be there, right? Yes, so similarly, after moving the third and 2, it won't be here. Then 1 will also be moved here. That's it. Now pile 1 becomes an empty. So that's why we are moving all the pile 3 to pile 1. Which means again 1 is moved here, 2 is moved here, 3 is moved here. Okay, again pile 3 becomes empty. Then what happened? We'll just go to this looping. So 3 is moved to this one. So 3 comes here. And all the other cards will be moved to the pile 3. Again, it is checked against the values. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So now tell me what this count 1 represents.
Number of study pairs, ma'am.
Exactly. So by count 1 represents the number of steady pairs. Option A will be the correct answer. And next is, what will be the count 3 represent? So what is the count 3 here?
2 minus count 1. Count
Yes.
1.
Count 1 is the number of students who are all like number of steady pairs. What is count 2 then? It is the steady pairs in the Chennai, Bangalore and Vellore. Okay, so
So count 3 represent the number of study pairs who are not
From
in the same
Chennai,
city.
Bangalore and Vellore.
Bangalore or Vellore.
So both the students are not from the
Students
same
are not
city.
from pair of students not from these mentioned cities, I think.
yes, because we can say that difference between the number of students and then the number all from the Chennai, Bangalore or Vellore, or else you can say that who are all not from that place. That is also the possible answer. We'll check with the option now.
Ma'am, not both the students are from the same city.
Yes. So here, number of students were at least one student parent not from these cities or not from the same city among the Chennai, Bangalore, Vellore. And next is, or from different cities among Chennai, Bangalore, Vellore. And each city or from the same city, each pair or from the same city among Chennai, Bangalore, and Vellore. So which is the answer, people? Which is the option?
Option B.
Option B.
Yes.
B.
Because we are just checking among the, like you can see that steady pair among the Chennai is checked first. Then steady pair among the Bangalore. So who are all Bangalore, they will be in the Bangalore pile. So only that is taken, right?
Yes.
Yes,
So only among in the same Chennai city, who are all the steady pair will be checked. So what is the option here is? Who are each pair are not from the same city among the Chennai, Bangalore and Vellore. That will be the answer here. Is that clear, people?
Ma'am, can you explain
Yes,
that?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, count 2 is number of steady pairs. That is the both from the Chennai or both from the Bangalore or both from the Vellore. That is the question. That is count 2. So count 3 is, which means they should not belong to the same city. So which are not like out of all, we are subtracting the people from these cities, right? So it is like the number of students who are not in the each pair or not from the same city among the Chennai, Bangalore and Vellore. So option B is the correct answer. So here is the next question, people. I hope the whole screen is visible, right?
Ma'am, I couldn't understand this procedure. The study pair pile P1. Can you please repeat?
Steady pair question.
Ma'am, first you will complete practice assignment, then you will take the doubts.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain practice assignments second question?
Okay, let me complete this and then I'll go ahead with the second question. Okay, so proceeding further, people. So here we have count 2. So count 1, what is count 2? Count 2 is number of steady pair from Chennai and then Bangalore and then Vellore. So all these were added up. So same city and same city. Only that pile is taken, right? So now what I have to do, I have to subtract this count to, which means who are all not from Chennai, Bangalore and Belur. They have to be subtracted from the overall count. Is that clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, it is saying that
Ma'am, I
it
was
is a
talking
pair,
about the
ma'am.
procedure. Can you please explain the procedure?
Oh, okay, procedure.
Ma'am, in the study pair means two children from same states, na?
Hi, same city.
Yes.
Okay, I hope now it's clear, right? Okay, so now I'm proceeding with this procedure, people. So, what is the first thing they have given? A is taken as 0 initially. Then they are taking the pile 1 has more cards. Pile 1 is the whole pile 1. I mean, the whole pile elements. Then what are we doing? Move x to the pile 2. So, what? Let's say I'm taking the pile 1, which has only 4 cards. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm taking the first card. Okay, let me write in the order. That will be better. I'm writing in the same order 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have to move the first card. What is the first card? 1, which is moved to the pile 2. Now I have to take pile 1 has more cards. Whether pile 1 has the elements? Yes. Now pile 1
Yes.
has 3 cards. Read the top card from the pile 1. Now move that to pile 3. Which means the card number 2 is moved to the pile 3. Now what I have to do? I have to take the x. X is nothing but this one. And y is nothing but pile 3 card, this one. So I have to take this card's max mark and this card's max mark. If the difference is between minus 10 to plus 10, which means nothing but we are taking the absolute value of the difference. If the absolute value of the difference is 10, then what I have to do? I
A
have
equals to A plus 1.
Yes.
Increment A.
Increase the A.
Exactly. I have to increment the A value here. Then what I have to do? This loop ends only here, right? Okay, then it will check. Is pile 1 has more cards? Yes. So top card is 3, which is moved to the pile 2. Sorry, pile 3 actually. Okay, so now 2 and 3 are here. Now we have to take a difference between 1 and 3.
Ma'am,
Okay,
we have
because
to
x
take
is not changed yet. Only y gets changed. So this difference between this card max mark and this card max mark is taken. Then
ma'am,
it is.
why only Y is changed, not X?
And I see this loop hasn't ended yet, right? Only
We are
this loop
comparing it.
ends.
Yes,
That's
yes,
why.
okay.
Then if the difference is there, then the A count will be incremented. Otherwise, A will remain the same. Then again it will check whether pile 1 has more cards. Yes. Now what I have to do? Top card is taken, move to the pile 3. Then I have to check the difference between 1 and 4. From this card and this card has to be checked. And then what happens? We have to check the difference. If it is minus 10 to plus 10, increment the count. Now I have to check. Is pile 1 has more cards?
No.
Now what I have to do?
Put
Return
all
A.
the cards to the pile 1.
Yes. You can see that once the loop is over, that is because this loop is from here to here. If the loop is over, what I have to do? I have to move all the pile 3 to pile 1. So I'm moving all these cards to pile 1. That is 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this loop ends here. Now I have to check whether P1 has more cards. Yes.
Yes.
Read the first card and move it to the pile 2. Now again, pile 1 has more cards. Yes. Read the top card, which is third card, and move it to pile 3. Then I have to take the minus 10 to play, like again, the 2 and 3
Okay,
are
ma'am, I got it.
You understood, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Move to the next question.
Okay, fine. So now proceeding with the next question. Okay, so the following pseudocode is executed using the words dataset. So here they have asked what the count represent at the end.
No, bhai, coding. Sorry.
So they didn't ask for the count. You have to just mention what the count represent. So just check with this and tell me what is the answer, people.
Ma'am, in this code, after if loop, they have stated if A or B equals to true, then what does A states?
What is in fifth line? You can check. No, they have given something, right? And if
No,
is not
after
a loop,
if
if
loop.
is a conditional statement.
Okay.
If this, I mean, like, if this condition is true, this will work. If this condition is also true, this will work. Something like that.
Okay, understood. And what does B represent? Means if vowel comes, B will be true.
And A also need to be true, na?
Ah, yes. So they are saying that A or B equals to true, not only B equals to true.
Number of words with at least one pair of vowels repeating consecutively. Sorry, occurring consecutively.
Number of? Repeat the answer.
Of words with at least one pair of vowels occurring consecutively.
Option A.
Yes, good. Let's wait for others to answer. Let's wait. Give them 2 more minutes.
But
I'm giving 2
here,
more.
how will we know that when will A be true?
See? After this condition, if the first condition is true, A becomes true, right? Irrespective of this. If A is also true, then B becomes true. Otherwise, only A is true.
A will be true in the first letter. After that, if it's a vowel, then it become already true. So it will goes into and B become true.
No. If the ith letter is the vowel, then A becomes true. If A is already true, then B becomes true. If the word is not a vowel, then A becomes false only.
No, I am not saying that. If there is a letter comes, it's a vowel, and
Then A becomes true for
then
the
A
first
becomes
step.
true, and then it goes into iteration. And if there the next consecutive letter is also the vowel, then become B true.
Because A has already become true, so now the B has also become true. So you can see that.
That means consecutive vowel are the answers.
Yeah. Okay. Is anyone ready to explain it or?
Can explain it, ma'am.
Is there anyone volunteering to explain it, people? The solution for this?
Can I explain, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
So as we can see, there is first we initialize count is equal to 0. Then program goes into the iteration. We check the table, it has a row that words dataset. So we initialize I to 1 from we taking the word from the letter from the 1. We take two variables, that is A and B, and initialize them into Boolean false. So then we take the loop second in nested loop, in we check what is the value of I and the X words letter count. And after that, if it's true, then we go into the condition in which check if that letter in that word is vowel or not. If it is a vowel, first letter, then A becomes true, else it's become false. And then we get outside of the condition, and then there is a I is equal to that procedure, not procedure, that method that we goes into the next letter. That's why we taking I plus 1. So we can go into the next letter of that word. So as repetition goes, if we get vowel and after that we also get next letter as a vowel, then B becomes true. and that how many times B become true, we count that. So finally count is getting that consecutive letters which are vowels. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes, ma, you're right. Okay, it's simple that. So first we are taking the table 1. So table 1 containing the words data set. So we are taking the first word and we are checking its number of letters and we are checking till here. Nothing but first if the word is a vowel, A becomes true. Because if let's say the word starts as, okay, in which as A becomes the vowel. So A becomes true. Okay, but A is initially false, no? So it will B will never not become false. I mean not becomes true. So then next word is S. So is S is a vowel? No. If it is not vowel, what it is doing, A is again changed to false. Okay, then it will check with the next characters. I mean in AS there is no other characters left. Let's say I am taking the word as solution. Yeah, let me just write here a solution. Okay, in solution, what happens? First, yes. Is it a vowel? No. So A becomes false. Then it takes this character. Oh, A is a vowel, but previously this A is not a true one, right? So what happens then? This is not satisfied. Only A becomes true. Then the next character is L. Is it a vowel? No. So A is again changed to false. Then again, U is a vowel. So based on this condition, A becomes true. So what is the next character is T. Is it a vowel? No. So A becomes false here. Then what happens? It's I. So it will check. I is a vowel. So what happens? A becomes true. Then next character is O. Is it a vowel? Yes. Is the previous A is true? Yes. So what becomes now? B becomes true now. Okay. Then next character is N. Is it a vowel? No. So A becomes false. Okay. So now is there any other letters to count? No. So the loop stops here. Now we have to check. Is B is it true or false? B is true here.
True.
If it is true, count has to be incremented. If B is false, we should not do anything. Now, B count is incremented to 1. So in any word, is there? Yes, B will become true only when the previous characters are vowel. Okay, is this clear for you all now?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is like number of words at least with one pair of vowel. We are not checking for the number of pairs. At least one pair of vowel is fine. Okay. So here the answer is option E. And here is the next question, people. Okay, the following pseudocode is executed using this course dataset. And at the end of the execution, ABC has to capture who has scored at most 200 and 201 to 250 and at least 251. So what is the difference between at least and at most, people?
At most means more to more. At least means less to less.
At most is?
The maximum number we can get.
It's the maximum value. At most is the maximum value, where at least is the minimum value.
Yes.
Which means nothing but? Okay, at most is? Maximum 200. Is this clear? Is this clear to you all?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And they have also mentioned they should be of the same city but of a different gender. So gender has to be different, but they should be of the same city. And we have to complete the pseudocode for that. And below is the MSQ. So this is the pseudocode actually, people. So what has to be filled in that space? The condition is both should be of same city but of different gender. Gender has to be different, but city has to be same. So what has to be the possible condition? That is the question.
And check the city is of same and the gender is not female.
Yes. So what has to be the condition check for that? Now here are the options, people. Just check
First
make
and
sure the
second.
options are right.
Except option C,
First,
all are correct.
first, second, and fourth.
Because in option C, or condition is used, means only one should be correct. Then option will be. But
Yes,
here,
right, people. So here, city has to be same, different gender should be there. So this can be right. Here, just the ulta one is given. Just gender should not be equal, city has to be same. Yes. So in these cases, you can see that only if the first condition is true, it will check with the second condition. Same here. If the first condition is true, then it will check with the second condition. If that is also true, then the D count is incremented. But here what is given? If the city is same or condition is different. What is the difference between or and and?
or means only one condition is correct. It means it will be correct. A statement will be
Any
correct.
one is correct or will give me correct. And has to be both
Both
or
should be
both
Both
has to
should
be
be
true.
correct.
So
then it
in
will
this
give us
case,
true.
or will not work because they clearly mention in the question that they should be same city but are of different gender. So this will not be the answer. So here and is given. So this can be the answer. So the answer will be A, B and D. Here is the next question, people. The given pseudocode is executed using the scores dataset. Let B be the positive value. What does the procedure do something will compute? And here are the options.
Man, if in if loop they have already given is x chemistry is greater than c, and they have written c equals to x chemistry, means that I am not understanding.
Repeat.
Ma'am, in if loop on the
If
first
is
if loop,
not a loop, if is a conditional statement.
yes, ma'am, in if condition statement, if x dot chemistry is greater than c, and they have given that c equals to x dot chemistry, x card chemistry, then what I'm not understanding it, that it is saying that x chemistry should be greater than x
Okay,
chemistry.
what is the C value initially?
C 0.
Okay, let's say I'm getting the marks is 58, 99, and next mark is 47 like this. So what is the chemistry mark initially? 58.
58.
58 is greater than the 0.
Yes.
So what has to be done?
C equals to chemistry. 58. Okay, understood. Oh.
Next time, this is the chemistry mark and this is the C mark. Compare these both, what has to be done? Then the next time, what will be the updated C and this become the X mark? So you have to update it accordingly. Is that clear?
Yes.
Ma'am.
And D should be the right answer.
Huh?
Last option should be the right option, D1.
Why the last option should be the right one?
Ma'am, because in firstly C refers to the maximum marks in chemistry and D refers to the minimum marks in chemistry. So it's asked that when will the condition will return true. If we check the 13th line, it's written if the condition is if C minus D is greater than or equal to B and return to false. So if we want that it should return to true, so C minus D should be less than B. So technically, if it would return true only if the difference between the maximum marks in chemistry, difference between them should be less than B. So
Yes, perfect. Okay, so generally to find the maximum value, we'll initialize it with 0, and to find the minimum mark, we'll initialize it with the larger value. So by that way, we can conclude that C is to find the highest mark. I'll just mention as highest mark. And D is to represent the lowest mark. Now they are finding the difference between the high and low. So the difference, if it is greater than B, which means the value, let's say, is 98, but the score given is only 50. If it is greater, it has to return false. Actually, which means, let's say, if it is 48, then 48 is not greater than or equal to 50. Then I can say that it will return true. So what this is doing, which has to be lesser than the B mark. Okay, not equal also is given, which means at least will also not. So it will return true if and only if the difference between the maximum and chemistry mark is less than B. At least this equal will come, but equal to also should not be involved. Okay, is that clear, people? Okay, here is the next question, ma. So the following pseudocode is executed using the words dataset, and at the end of the execution, A captures the number of nouns with letter at least 4 and at most 8. But the procedure may have a mistake, so it's a MSQ type. So these are the options, ma.
Option D, line number 19.
Option D, no error is also there, people. Okay. Yes, others, I'll give 2 more minutes, ma. Just tell me which answer is right.
Ma'am, here C1 and C2, what is the value of?
In check something, we have given 4 and 8, right? So C1 will be 4 and C2 will be 8.
Line 19.
Ma'am, line number 19, here should be false because if condition is noun should be more than 4 word and less than 8 words. And
No, ma'am, it should be the line number 19, but the reason is not that. If y dot part of speech is equal to noun, then it is not. The pseudocode is saying that we want to return as true, but we want to return as false. The correct option is 19, line number 19.
Okay. Others, anybody willing to explain it why it is? I mean, which line and why it is?
Ma'am, here I'm not getting that. Why will be the 19th line? That what is wrong? I'm getting it's wrong, but what is wrong?
Ma'am, it
Ma'am,
should
it
return
will return
false
C.
instead of true because
Hello,
it
hello,
is
hello,
said
hello.
that it should take into consideration the number which has length 4 to 8.
It is not else for that. It is the else for y dot part of switch equal to now. It is the else for that we are checking the part of speech equal to noun. If it is not noun, we want to return as false. The else belongs to that if, not the inside the main if.
One else is one false is even above. Huh? So final should be, I think, return C.
Oh, this is breaking.
Okay, we'll discuss now, people, then. Okay, so the thing is, they have said that it should be a noun, right? Okay, so it should be a noun. So first condition has to, sorry. In the else part, if it is not noun, what it is returning? It is returning as false. Actually, what it has to return as?
It's returning true, but it should return false.
Yes, if it is not noun, it should return as false. Okay, if it, because the thing is, it has to be a noun with the letter at most 4 to 8, which means the number of letters should be between C1 and C2, which means 4 to 8. This should be the length. If that is the truth, then it will return as true. If the count doesn't match also, it has to return as false. Otherwise also, it has to return as false. Okay, fourth line is of incorrect parameter. See, 4x means the card which is taken. 4 and 8 are the maximum and minimum letters. So that is correct only. And 5, C. Okay, if the condition is true, which means if the return value is true, C has to be incremented. So this is also not the answer. Okay, and next is incorrect conditional statement. 11th line. Conditional statement is correct because the letter has to be between C1 should be greater than less than or equal to the letter count, and letter count should be less than or equal to C2. Yes, the conditional statement is right. So this is also not the answer. And then incorrect value for return. Yes, because it has to be returned as false. So option D is the right answer. And the last question of this one, that is the library data set. So at the end of the execution, so here we have to capture the number of pair of books which were published in the same genre and different in the same year but in the different language. Okay, pair of books has to be taken same genre, same year but in the different language.
No error,
There is
ma'am,
no
No
because
error,
our
ma'am.
condition is getting fulfilled. Like we need same genre where in line 8 it is true, be equal to true, and is same day year in line 11 and different language. In line 15 it is false. Our condition is getting fulfilled, so there is no error, I guess.
No error, ma'am.
Okay, so imagine that if it is of different language, sorry, if it is of same language, what it is returning?
Can you repeat your question?
If the same language, if let's
Yeah.
say we're taking a pair, so that's why they have used the nested loop here. So this will take the first book and this will take the second book and this will be same and this will take the third book, something like that. So now these things are taken as false initially and D is taken as true
True.
because instead of checking not equal to language, they are checking the equal language. Okay, which means X dot genre and Y dot genre, if it is equal, B is updated as true. Same year, updated as true. If same language, updated as false. So it will be like true and false. If it is of same language, what will be the output then? A is not getting updated. Okay. If it is of different language, D is
They
a
will update it.
true because 3 is initialized as true. So then what will happen? Everything is true. Then A value gets updated. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so here the answer is no error. And I think one person has asked doubt in the second question. So let me go to that question. Okay. So here we are using the words data set, and at the end of the execution, A captures the number of sentences with at least two nouns have at most two vowels. So a sentence should contain at least two noun and the at most two. At least means greater than or equal to two noun values, and at most is less than or equal to two vowels. Okay, so in the whole sentence, we have to analyze this. So they have given that choose the correct fragment of the code.
Statement 1 is not necessary, ma'am, because we are already incrementing A, so no need to increment any other variable. And the statement 2, we want to reinitialize C to 0, so we want to add statement 2 as C equal to 0. Then statement 3 will be no use of statement 3 also, ma'am. And statement 4, we want to increment I to change the to check over the way all the letters or away. So we want to increment I. So statement 4 will be we want to add as I equal to I plus 1. So I think option A.
Okay, others, what is the answer you're thinking?
Option number A.
Option number what?
First option.
Okay, let's wait for others to answer as well.
Ma'am, option number A, yeah, it's all. Sorry, option number B, ma'am. Sorry. From Asutosh. Ma'am, could you hear me?
You are
Hello?
audible.
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, please say.
Yeah, please lock option number B, ma'am.
Option B, why it is B?
It's a ma'am. First of all, it's a statement is not necessary, and second statement is C is equal to 0, and third. Wait. Yeah, and third is like a statement 3 is I is equal to I plus 1, and fourth statement 4 is not necessary, ma'am, because it's a not mandatory, ma'am. So that's why I consider option B. I go with option B, ma'am, because it's not necessary to move this file from that rows into in that row. So that's the point, ma'am. That's the actual thing what I
Okay.
say.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. So statement 4 is said return to B, and like it's not necessary, ma'am, to return when I when I return to B, then it's
Okay. My
all
question is how the while loop works generally.
Ma'am, what?
How the while loop works? Initially,
While
I is 0. Let's say the letter count is 9. 0 is less than or equal to 9. Condition is true. Ith letter of the Y word is a vowel, it will check. B gets incremented. Then leave the statement 3 and statement 4. So then what is the I value now? Is it updated or sorry, I is 1.
I can't be 0, right?
Sorry, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I is initially 1. So after this, is I value is getting updated?
Yes, ma'am, I will get updated every time when
Okay. Let's say
uh,
I'm updating in the statement 3. So what happens? So only if the word is a vowel, then the I value gets incremented. If it is not vowel, let's say I'm having a word as
Will not increment, ma'am.
yes. Let's say I'm having the word as noun. So what about N? Is N as a vowel?
no, ma'am.
No.
N is not
No.
a vowel. Vowel is only 5. A, E, I, O, U.
If n is not a vowel, then inside this, if I increment the I value, what will happen? So will the I will be moved from this place or not?
Yeah, ma'am. Note.
Exactly. So it shouldn't be given inside the condition,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, exactly, ma'am. Exactly.
Okay. So now we have to check options based on that. So B cannot be the answer for sure. So the possible answer can be A, C, and D. On considering only the statement 3 and 4, I'm saying this. Now we have to check
Yeah.
with the first two statement. Okay, so what they have mentioned is if C value is greater than or equal to 2. So here they have checked for the count of vowels. If it is less than or equal to 2, they are incrementing the C value. It has to be a noun also. So here they are considering the noun value. So, okay, fine. So here we have to update the C value, right? So where the C value has to be updated? Inside the if condition or outside the if condition?
C value is already updated, ma'am. We want to just reset the C value, not increment the C value.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to update it. Okay, we have to reinitialize it, sorry. So where I have to reinitialize it? So of course, C cannot be the answer because C is incrementing it. So it is about where I am trying to update it. Either I have to update in statement 2 or statement 1 is the possibility. So where I have to update it, people? Line number 10 or 12?
Line number 10, ma'am, because we can't
Statement 2,
reinitialize
ma'am.
it inside a conditional statement, ma'am.
Yes, only if the value is 2, then it will just reinitialize the C value. Otherwise, what will happen?
It will not reinitialize.
Yes, but we have to check for all the elements. Like once the elements are over, again I have to reinitialize it for. If the word ends, I have to reinitialize it. Okay, so I mean, like every time I have to check this one. Okay, so in statement 2, I have to update it, which means the answer can be option A, this one. Is it clear to you all?
Yeah, ma'am. Option A. Yeah, I just got it like a little bit confusion between option A and option B because they both are same. Like it's a very between statement 4, ma'am. So it's a little bit mistake for me. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. Next time I will take care about it.
It's about understanding. It's not about the things. Okay. Okay. So now
Ma'am, can
yes.
we can you explain the question number 3 and 4?
Of the same practice.
Yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So here we have to take the library data set, and here N captures the name of the book which has the maximum number of pages and it is written in the language other than English. So it should not be the English, and but it should contain the maximum number of pages. Then count the name of the book in N, and A captures the number of pages. Okay. So now the code is given. We have to say which code is wrong. I mean, which line of the code is an error. That is what we have to find out.
No error, ma'am.
There is no option like that. Okay, there is no change in N. Here is okay. There is option as
It's telling changes or not.
If the rows of table are shuffled in a random order, then choose the row.
There might be change in A, ma'am. I thought.
There might be a change in N based on the order of rows, but there will be no change in A irrespective of the rows. We say there might be a change in N based on the order of rows because if a book have equal pages, then it can be assigned to N based on the order. The first book of the highest number of pages will be assigned to N. The book comes after the highest pages and which is having a equal number of pages, then N will not update it. So there might be a change in N based on the order of rows. So option B and C will be the answer, ma'am.
Ma'am, but I'm not getting here that what should be updated, I think.
Repeat, which should be updated?
I think both should be updated because if we are updating A for the number of for the maximum number of pages, then with it the N will also change.
Both will not be updated. If a book is having a same number of pages, then why A should be updated?
Could you yes.
Ma'am, explain yourself from yourself, ma'am. It's too much, messy.
Ma'am, this is of grade class. I'm week 3 or what?
Repeat.
Subi, you are not audible properly.
Please, let me just explain the answer then. Okay, let's say first I have a
With
book
your
with the
internet
maximum
connection.
pages 598. Okay, and I have one
Ma'am,
other book as
ma'am,
598.
B and C is the answer.
Yes, B and
B and C.
Yes. I'll tell you why also, because let's say I'm taking the book maximum is 598. I got as the first thing. So now what will happen? A is updated as 598. B is updated with the book's name. This is the first book's name. Okay. Next time it is checking for any other greater value. I have found another 598. Another 598 is 598 is greater than 598?
No.
No. So will these gets updated?
No.
Oh, ma'am.
No. But is there any change in A? No. But let's say I'm taking in the reversal order of this. First I'm taking this one and next I'm taking this. Now what will happen? Will A gets updated?
Yes, ma'am, but
Will A get updated?
A will not get
A.
updated.
And will update.
How about the name?
If A will not be updated, then names will not be updated also, ma'am.
No. I'm asking that. Leave this one. Let's say here I'm taking the book name as sorry. Okay, so here the book name is ABC and here the book name is XYZ. Okay, initially I'm moving from this order 1 and 2. Now what will happen? What will be the book name updated in the end?
ABC.
ABC.
Okay, now imagine instead of 1 and 2 order, I'm going in the reversal order like this. Now this becomes the 1, this becomes the 2.
XYZ.
Now what will be the book name?
XYZ, ma'am.
Is the A name is changed?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So there is no change in A irrespective of the order of rows. Whatever the order you are taking, A is not getting changed. But N is getting changed.
Ma'am, but every time we pick a card, A will be reinitialized to 0, na?
No. This is outside the loop. A is reinitialized. A is initialized to 0 outside the loop. So every time, let's say I'm taking the book with 98 first and 598 and 62 like this. So now what will happen? What is the number of pages? 98. Is 98 is greater than 0 and
Yes.
not English one? Yes. So this will be the A value and N value is its book name.
Yes, ma'am.
Time 98 is the A value, 598 is the page number. Is it greater? Yes. Now it is updated with the 598 and that is the maximum also. Next time 598 is the A value and 62 is the pages. Is the condition is true? No.
No.
So whatever is the 598 that gets saved. Is that clear?
Ma'am, so A value will be, at last it will be 62.
No, A value is not updated. Na? See, 62 is not greater than 598. So how can you update it?
A will be the maximum number of pages of the book.
Ma'am means the name will update, but not the number of pages, although the order will be changed. But the name will remain, but the name will change.
Ma'am, I think A is the number of book pages which is captured. If we are going to second book, then we are noting that book number, that book page number.
I didn't understand your question.
Ma'am, if a first book has 598 pages, and we are going to second book, which has suppose 62 pages, so at last A will have 62 pages.
No. That is the condition given, no? So the number of pages has to be greater than A. A value will be now updated with 598, right? So is 62 is greater than 598?
Okay, now,
No.
yes, ma'am, now I understood.
It's not about next
It's
element. It's
confused
about the
because
maximum.
in question it was not mentioned A is the maximum number of pages in the book.
And it is mentioned, no? I have underlined this line. You can check here. Maximum number of pages.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So next is the fourth question. So you can see here, we have to take the shopping bill data set, and FRAC is the ratio of the number of customers who purchase the bread and milk to the number of customers who purchased only the milk. So yeah, in this code, we have to fill the code here. So how will you fill it, people? So which has to be the bread count and which has to be the milk count?
Ma'am, may I know this is practice solution you are repeating again?
Someone said they have a doubt in fourth question, so I'm just saying the question again. That's it. Actually, I started from the fifth question, so they have doubt in 2, 3, and 4, so I'm just solving that now.
After
All
this,
the options are looking same.
No, option D is the correct answer.
No,
Ma'am
all the
explained in
options are
the
little different is also there, no?
Different, ma'am, but conditions are looking same.
It's based on how you check and which order you follow. It's based on that. Yes, which is the right answer now, people?
option D, ma'am. You have explained this already.
Okay.
Ma'am, explain this, ma'am. I'm not getting it.
Okay, I'll explain it, people. So here we have to calculate the milk count in M. Okay, and B count includes both the bread and the milk, right? So now I have to check with the condition. If it is milk, they are counting the milk. But if it is bread, they are counting the bread. Actually, it has to be the bread and milk. So
Yes,
A
ma'am.
cannot be the answer. Next, they are checking that if it is bread, add the bread count. If it is milk, add the M count. Actually, what it should be is, if it is milk also, bread count has to be incremented, right? It has to be a combo of bread and milk. But here, if it
Yes,
is
yes.
bread, add it. If it is milk, add it. No, this cannot be the possibility. Because this will not calculate only the person with who purchased milk will not be counted here. Because it's a condition inside a condition. Only if it is a bread, then I can count for milk. But it has to be like a who purchased milk should also be separated again. So that is not the answer. Here and condition is given and both are incremented. Is it right?
No, I guess because the M count is the count of persons who purchase only
Purchased
milk.
only milk. And bread has to be bread and milk combo. So this is also not the right answer. Here, if they have purchased milk, they have counted in M count. So if they have purchased milk and then purchased bread, they have counted in B count. So option D is the correct answer. Is it clear
How,
to
ma'am?
everyone? That's what I said, no?
Ma'am, can you just tell
Ma'am,
me
how
why
B count
option
is
A is not right?
See, A is about if it is milk, M count is incremented. If it is bread, B count is incremented. It's not a loop inside a loop. Here, it's not a condition inside a condition. Here, it's a condition inside a condition. That is, if it is milk, M count. If it is milk as well as bread, B count is incremented.
Okay, so
Yeah,
condition is
ma'am.
written
Okay,
in this
ma'am.
form, right? That's why I get confused here.
Okay. Is it clear to you all people? Can I
Yes,
proceed
yes,
further? Okay, somebody has doubt in seventh question. I'm just explaining it again. So here it's very clear that it's if it is a vowel, what I have to do? Okay, let me take example here. Okay, can you hear me now? People, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Sorry for the interruption, people. Okay, let's take example as I'm taking the word as solution, or let's take a word as an example. Okay, and the next example I'm taking is a pseudo. First, let me help with this. Okay, what is the I value initially? 1. A value is false. What is the B value? False. Now, what is the letter count, people? 4. Okay, so first it will check is 1 is less than or equal to 4? Yes, the
Yes,
condition is
ma'am.
true. Then it has to take the ith letter is vowel. Is W is a vowel?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. It is not.
If
Not
W
about.
is not vowel, this if will not work, right? So it has to return A as false. So A remains false only. Next, I is incremented to 2. Is 2 is less than or equal to 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if the condition is true, I have to check with the vowel. Is O is a vowel?
Yes.
Of course, yes. So I have to check for A. What is the A value so far?
A is false.
Yes, if for false, the condition will not work. Then I have to make A to be true. Now A is made as true. Next is R. Sorry, I is incremented to 3. 3 is less than or equal to 4. Condition is true. Is 3 is, okay, 3 word is R. Is R is a vowel?
No.
No. So what will happen here? A has to be made as
False.
false. Yes, A becomes false. Next word is, next is I becomes 4. 4 is less than or equal to 4. Condition is true. Then D. Is D is a vowel?
No.
No, ma'am.
A
Okay.
become false.
So A is false only. Now we have to check what is B. If B is true, no. So count is not incremented. Okay. Now we have to go ahead with the next character, that is pseudo. So in pseudo, how many characters are there?
6.
Okay. So initially I is initialized with 1, A becomes false, and B is initialized to false, and letter count is 6. Now 1 is less than or equal to 6. Is the condition is true? Yes. So I have to check the first character. Is P is a vowel?
No,
No, ma'am.
A becomes false only. Then I is incremented to 2. Is 2 is less than or equal to 6?
Yes.
Okay, condition is true. So what I have to do? I have to check with S. Is it a vowel?
no.
Okay, again A is false. Next is E. Is it a, so I becomes 3. 3 is less than or equal to 6. Condition is true. Then it will check. Is it a vowel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the A value previously?
It was false.
It is false. So B will be false only because this condition is not satisfied. But now what happens? A becomes true,
True.
right? Okay. So now what I have to do? I have to check with the next character. That is 4 is less than or equal to 6. Then the character is U. Is U is a vowel?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the A value now? True.
True.
So B becomes?
True.
True. Okay. So now I have to check with the next character. That is 5. 5 is less than or equal to 6. Condition is true. D. So is D is a vowel?
No.
Okay. So
No.
if D is not a vowel, what becomes A becomes false because of this else part. Then again, it will go ahead with the next condition 6. 6 is less than or equal to 6. Condition is true. So is O is a vowel?
Yes.
Then what about A? Is A is false or true already?
A is false right now, so we'll have to make it true.
Yes. So this will not work. So we have to just make it as true. Okay. So now the loop is over, right? The loop ends here. Now what is the next condition? If of B. What is the B value? If it is true, count has to be incremented by 1. Is it clear? So number of words with at least one pair of vowel occurring in the consecutive way is the
So,
answer.
ma'am, there is a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, excuse me.
Yeah.
What is, I didn't understand what is A and what is B. The first initialization, I equal 1, A equal false, B equals false. What it exactly mean?
Actually, A is to check the first character is a vowel or not. B is to check the consecutive character is vowel or not.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Velavan, do you have any doubt?
No.
Okay. People, if you have no doubts, you can mute yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, people. So do you have any other doubt in this week 4 practice question? I think I have discussed almost all questions. Except the first question, I have discussed all. So any doubt in that?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I have one doubt in the previous question. You were showing the condition if in the bracket there was A. So I just want to know what happens in that special block. If it is checking A condition is true
Yeah,
or it
actually,
is
if
checking.
of A is nothing but, let's say I'm giving a condition as, you can see the conditions here is, wait, okay. So here what will happen? X dot total is greater than or equal to 25. If it is greater than 25, what will you get?
Yeah, I understand the values equal to 2 to 51 and more than 251.
Then
But
it will
I
give it
have
as
doubt
true.
in
That will give it as true. Let's say I'm giving the
okay,
value
okay.
as 150. Then what will be the answer here? If of?
It will be false, yeah.
Yes. So instead of checking the condition and giving true or false, they are using a boolean as straight true or false. It's like if of true, if of false.
So it means it will be mentioned as not A, right? Or
No. A is, if the A is equal to true, then this condition
okay,
will work. Imagine that A
okay.
is false. It is like if of false. In false, whether the if condition will work?
No.
Let's say if of 150 is greater than or equal to 250. Which means, is this condition is true?
It's false.
So if of false. If of false, will you execute the block inside the if?
No.
Similarly, it's if of false, will not execute it. So the A value is true, then this block will work. If A is false,
Okay.
this block will not work.
The same is happening here if B outside that loop after
Yeah.
I, it is checking if B, it means if B is true, then execute this block of code. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you
If
so
B
much.
is
Yeah.
false, that will not work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Any other doubts in this? Okay.
Hello.
Now proceeding with the doubts which is mentioned
Ma'am,
in the
in
chat
chat
box.
box. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm coming to that part now, people. Okay. Just tell me, people, is my screen is visible now?
Visible, ma'am.
It's visible, ma'am. Visible. Okay. Okay. So count equal to 0, while table 1 has. This is what I have explained just now, right? Ashwin, I think that question I have explained just now. You can just check. I'll just go ahead with this question. Okay, the following pseudocode is. Okay, is this of GA question? Shubi, you have sent
Yes,
this.
ma'am.
GA of week 3 or week 4?
Week 3.
Okay, fine then. Okay, so the following pseudocode is executed using this course dataset. At the end of the execution.
Maximize the screen.
Oh, I hope my screen is visible now, right?
Yes.
It's visible, ma'am.
Okay, so A captures the number of female students who are below the average and at least in one subject. Assume that MPC holds the average mark of the subjects, maths, physics, and chemistry. Okay, we have to check the mistake in that. So they should score below in at least 1, right?
Yes.
At least 1 means
It could be 1
or more than 1.
or more
Yes.
than 1. Yes.
Which means greater than or equal to 1. In one subject is fine. Okay, so now they are taking the x dot gender is equal to female because they want that the female students.
How B is true? We are considering it's initially true.
Initially, when I'm taking that particular person, I'm taking as true. And if they have scored less than the, let's say the mark is 98 and average is, let me just give her mark first, 60 then. And next mark is 99. Let's say the average is of 65, 65 and 65. So now max mark is less than the average mark. No, because 98 is not less than 65, right? Condition false. Then here physics mark is 60 is less than 65.
Yes.
Yes, so B becomes true. And here 95 is less than 65. Is the condition is true? No. So this is right. So if B of true, then A gets initialized. Now let me change the values here a little.
Every time B is true if it is written if bracket B and bracket close.
If B is true only, A gets updated. Otherwise, it won't get updated. Now let's say this is maths, this is physics, and this is chemistry.
Yes.
Okay. Now is 60 is less than 65? Yes. Then
Yes.
B becomes false.
Hmm.
Next time, is the condition is true? 65 is less than 68? Sorry, 98 is less than 65? No. So this will not get updated again. Next. Is 99 is less than or equal less than 65? No.
So it will not get updated now.
Yes.
Ma'am, if all these 3 conditions one by one fails, maths, chemistry and physics, then it will be B is equals to true only.
Yeah, actually, I'm just see, let's say this is their max mark, this is their physics mark, and
And
this is their
suppose
chemistry.
now maths mark is also 90 and all the three condition fails. So B will be true printed initially and then A will be updated. Hello?
Repeat.
Ma'am, if we are considering marks of mathematics is equals to 90 and all, by this all the conditions of maths, physics, chemistry will fail. So B is equals to true we have written in third line will be the ultimate and A will update.
So actually, incorrect updation of B is happening for sure because at least two condition has to be right. No, like
Ma'am, here incorrect code we have to find out.
yes.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible.
1 minute, I'll just reshare my screen again. Now is my screen is visible?
No.
No, ma'am.
Not it. Okay. Okay, again I have reshared my screen. I hope now my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, so here there is a incorrect updation of B's for sure. Because see, let's say here I'm just taking this condition. For this one, it's correct. For physics, if they have scored less mark, it's fine, correct. So similarly, if maths also they have scored less, then it has to be updated as true. And here also it has to be updated as true. Are you all agreeing to this?
Yes, ma'am, because A is the number of females who are below.
Mm. And similarly, here incorrect initialization of B. So if they haven't scored also B, let's say they have scored all 90 above. So what will happen?
It will be updated +1.
Yes, exactly. But there's we need to know a person who has scored the less than the at least one subject they have to score less than, right?
Yes. So, ma'am,
So
all the
there is
yes.
so there is an incorrect initialization of B, incorrect updation of B in 7 and 13th line.
Okay, ma'am.
So this option also need to be marked. That's the issue.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have sent one more before this.
Okay. In the chat box you have mentioned, right?
Yes, ma'am, before this. I think 619 I have sent that.
This is the question, right?
Yes. No, it's not. Yes, yes. It was looking so small. You can maximize that. Yes, ma'am, that one.
Okay, so the following pseudocode is executed using the
Excuse me, ma'am. Just one doubt. Which is it from week 3 or week 4?
week 3
Practice assignment.
Week 3 graded.
Oh, week 3. Thank you.
Yeah. So this question indicates that the person gender has to be okay. It's about physics, chemistry. Okay, it's about
Ma'am,
physics.
your screen has paused.
No, it's not passed. You can check. Okay, it is mentioned as the physics mark has to be graded. Okay, what will the score A represent at the end? The physics mark is 60 and chemistry mark is greater than 60 and maths mark is greater than 60. Which means they have to score at least 60, right? In any of the subject. Because, in all the three, right?
Ma'am, I think A should be below average student, or can it score below average only? I think.
Which one?
Ma'am, if we are stating eighth point, if B should be true. But according to fifth statement condition, B will be false. So opposite to it, we will take the condition. So the student should be below average.
Why here average comes? Here it's about number of students have
Below
scored.
60, sorry. Below 60.
So if they have scored, let's say here the condition shows that they have to score 16 all the three subjects, then B is considered as false. So they can, what if we can take example here as 1 minute, people.
Ma'am, B will be
Yeah,
true
sorry
only.
for the interruption, people. Okay, so now let me take example as 98, 60, sorry, not 60, because greater than or equal to 60 is given, right? Let me take as 59 and another is 99. So now what will happen? This is greater than or equal to 60, but
Yes.
this is not.
No.
So the condition will fail. So B is not updated as false and B becomes true, right? And similarly, let's say the person has scored 98, 98, and 99. Now all the values are greater than or equal to 60. So
Yes.
B becomes false. If for false, A gets not updated.
Yes. Okay, ma'am.
So the students who are scored above 60 in all the subjects will not be counted for sure. And number of students have scored exactly in 60 will also be not counted. And A will never be 0 because there will be one person who has scored above 60 or greater than or equal to 60, right? So we cannot say that. And here,
Okay, ma'am. So B will be right.
yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, any other doubt which is sent here? I'll just check. Kaustav has sent. Okay. So this is of which question, Kaustav?
Ma'am, this is week 3 graded at assignment question number 6.
Is this what you have sent in private message also?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, so here scores dataset is used at the end of the execution. Variable count captures the number of students whose scores are more than the average of the entire dataset, and average P, average C, and average M holds the average marks. So we have to complete the fragment, and these are all the options.
Ma'am, can't hear you.
Okay, so I'm just checking what is the doubt in this. Okay, so first we are just taking the average. So they have mentioned that number of students whose total marks are more than the average mark of the entire data set, but have scored the below the average in any two subjects is fine. Okay, which means they should score more than the average. So A should be always true. A should be always true, which means and condition should be there. So either A or B has to be the correct answer, right?
Yes,
Then
ma'am.
I have to check for any two subjects. So here everything and is given, but here or is given. So what can be the correct answer then?
Ma'am, option 1 is considered correct, but I have a one thing to say that if option 1 is correct, then we are checking only one subject, not two.
Uh, yes. Any two.
Ma'am, I think the correct option isn't present in the option.
Actually here if B, like we can either, if in B option if they have given R, then it is fine. Either B and C or C and D or D and B. In B option, if R is given between these options, then it is right. And according to the given options, A can be considered as the right as of now.
Ma'am, but it is not satisfying the condition, isn't it? It is asked two subjects.
Yes.
Ma'am, I think the correct should be, it should be like A and B and C or C and D
That's what
or
I'm
D
telling.
and
In B option, this or is given, then it is perfectly right. Or according to the given option, this is correct. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, then
Okay.
what's select?
Option A will be the correct as of now.
Ma'am, but it is not satisfying the condition. So it is kind of ambiguous, isn't it? Ma'am, then it should be wrong, isn't it? I think everyone should be given this.
Yes, I'll check with the team also, like what they are doing for this, okay? Yes. Okay. Has anybody sent the question after this, people? So, Tiasha, this is also a graded assignment of week 3?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have sent 2 questions or the same question repeated, ma? 2 questions, okay.
I've sent two different.
Okay. Anupam, for qualifier, it's week 1 to week 4.
Ma'am, submission of fifth because credit assignment is compulsory.
No, actually, the thing is, for that, you have to just, if you want to continue after the qualifier, then you can make use of it.
Yeah, because the end date is near the exams, qualified exams.
Yes, actually, the thing is, you have to complete, if you are qualified, like if you want to do only qualify this time, then you can just do week 1 to 4, that is fine. Week 5 is not required. But if you think that after qualifier, I have to continue, then you have to do that.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so now this question, we'll discuss this question. Okay, so we have to take the procedure. Shopping bills. So check shopping bills and accepts. accept the card Y and returns true if the minimum total amount of shop is greater than the average total bill amount of shop, and from where the card Y generates service false. Okay, so here file 1 has more cards. Can you send a clear picture because it's very hard to read? And count is equal. If the shop name is same, we are taking because okay. So here we have to take accepts the card Y and returns true if the bill amount is greater than the average bill amount. That's the thing. Okay, fine. So and it is generated false, otherwise we have to okay. Minimum bill amount is minimum total bill amount of shop is greater than the average total bill amount of shop from the card. Okay. Here, okay, all the bill amounts are added. That is in the total. Now I have to compare the minimum bill amount. So the minimum bill amount which I'm taking should be greater than the average bill, which means here the options are minimum amount should be greater than or equal to the average amount. So which means this option can be correct. And so first option can be correct and minimum amount greater than the here what is given greater than or equal to no only greater than option is given, so which means option D can be the correct. Is that clear, ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
explain why it is option D.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, they
Ma'am,
have
can you
given. Okay, let's say the
option
X. Okay. So X dot total bill amount should be, let's say the minimum amount. Okay, so we are taking the minimum amount in the min amount and average amount in the average amount of all the things. So now they have mentioned that it has to return true if the total bill amount is greater than the average bill. So total average has to be greater than the min. So either it can be option A or D. But in A, greater than or equal to is given. In option D, only greater than is given. So that's why we are taking this one. Otherwise, it has to return as false. Okay, so this question is done. And this is the next question which you have sent.
Eighth question.
Yes. So here B is initialized as true, and if the gender is female, they are checking the max. M is the average mark of max. And what has to be accepts the number of female students who are at least in one subject. Okay. I think here also the same thing like incorrect initialization and incorrect updation, right? It's similar to the.
Can't see your screen.
Yes.
Ma'am, your screen isn't visible.
Now it is. Now it is.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
I'll write people.
Ma'am, you have explained this just now, I think.
Yes, it's similar to the previous question. Here only one condition is added, that is female. That's it.
No, ma'am, this I have asked recently only.
Yes, Da, but do you remember the first question which we were discussing about the same, like whether the marks is
This is same question.
I think so. Only the female is updated. See, this is the same question which we have discussed earlier. Incorrect updation of B and 7 and 13th line, and incorrect initialization of B. It's simple that, let me just tell you people. Similarly, here if the gender is female. So what are we trying to do is they have to score below average in at least one subject. Okay. So here, let's say they have scored less mark in, I think, let's say they have scored less mark in max. At least one subject is mentioned, right? So if they have scored less in 98, 58, and 99. So averages of 65, 65, and 65. So now what happens, ma? In this case, is averages lesser? Yes. Max mark is less than the average? No. Condition failed. So B is not updated. In case of physics, what? Here it is true. Okay, fine. And here also, it is not yet updated. What if the mark is splitted like this? Here it is 60 and here it is 98. So if it is lesser, what is happening here? It is updated as false, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But actually what it has to be? At least in one subject. So here and here, updation is wrong. Initialization has to be false initially. Is that clear?
Yes.
1 minute, people. Yeah, let me just open the chat now. Okay, any other doubts now, people?
Ma'am sent one more doubt.
Yes.
At 7:54.
7:54. Oh, yeah, okay, Kaustav.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, session over statistics live is there.
I'll end up in 5 to 10 minutes, people. If you want, you can just watch the recorded also. That is fine.
Ma'am, I want to ask in this, why not A is the correct answer if we are considering book 1 having the page 58 and book 2 having the page number as 100, so it will update book 1 pages.
Actually, this is what I said, no? Like, I think this is already discussed, ma. The thing is, let's take exam. I hope the writings are visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's take example as two books. One book I'm taking as 500. Another book I'm taking as 68. First is 99. And after this is 492. And next I'm taking as 500. Okay. So initially, what is the number? What is the A value?
Ma'am, could you take here 600 at last?
Okay. No, the why I have taken 500 twice is, yeah, okay. Let's say 6, or let me just give us 412 again. I'll explain with 600 also. Wait. Now let's say, what is the A value initially?
0. Yes.
0. Then it is checking. Let's say all this language or not the English language. Okay, imagine that none of all these books are of not the English. So
Yes.
what will happen? It will check. What is the pages? 99. Is it greater than 0?
Yes.
Yes. So now what is the A value?
It will be a first book.
That is 99. And what about the name of it? Let's say whatever is ABC is the name. ABC, CDE, XYZ, MNO, YZ, and this is, let me give it as STU, something like this. Okay, now what is the name updated here?
ABC.
Yes, here it is updated as ABC. Now next time it will check with the next book is 500. So is 500 is greater than the 99?
Yes.
So now 99 is updated with
500.
yes, and how about the name?
CDE.
CDE.
So
Okay.
this
Now
will
next time 68. Will it get updated?
no.
Okay. Next time when it is 492, will it get updated?
No.
When it is 500?
A will be not, but N could be.
If A is not updated, how the N could be updated?
Yes. Yes, then it could not be.
Then 412, it will not get updated. Imagine I am taking from 99 to 412. What if I have changed the order from 412 to 99? What will happen now?
The 500 will be CDE will be printed.
No, but here instead of CD, what gets printed? XYZ, right?
Yes, yes.
Because initially for 412, STU gets updated, then 500 XYZ gets updated. Then the value is, but value 500 is the highest. There is no change in it. But based on the order, it is getting changed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the thing here. Is that clear?
Ma'am, but certainly there is nothing mentioned like this. Is it mentioned?
No, I'm taking the possibilities. That's it.
So, ma'am,
What is it?
I think we can, if we can consider this possibility, if first book has 500 pages, the second has 600 pages.
Then 600 is considered. If more than one book has the same one, then we have to check on the order which we are taking. Otherwise, if there is only one highest page, then there is no issues.
Ma'am, can't understand.
Let's say there is a only book which has the page 600 as the maximum. Then there is whatever the order you are taking, it's not going to change. But if it has the same, then based on the order, N gets changed. But A will never gets changed. Is that clear?
Ma'am, a bit confusion.
Okay, wait, I'll help you. Let's say only one book with the highest number is there. Will there be any confusion?
Actually, my doubt is we will up to 500, 600 like this. So 600 and 500 both page number will also change and name also change. So why they are giving one certain possibility that only N will be changing?
No, they have 1 minute. They have given that. See, based on the order of the row, will N on A will change or not is the question, right? Okay. So in that case, if I'm taking the like same book number is same but different like different names, but the order based on that N will change, but A will not change. That is the difference here.
If we are considering both the books with same page numbers.
Yes.
Ma'am, but it is not written in this question. They are of same page number.
They have mentioned based on the order of the rows, which means I have to check the possibilities, right? See, if the books are shuffled in the random order, so what are the possibilities? Based on that, I'm saying that.
But one possibility is that now 500 and 601.
In that case, N also will not get updated, A also will not get updated. There might be. Everything might be. We are not saying for sure.
Yes.
Everything is a possibility, like a edge case. That's it.
Okay.
Can you my doubt?
Yes. What's your doubt?
Ma'am, it's from graded assignment. That one I told you.
I think Kaustav, you have also sent the same question as Shubi, so I have just discussed that.
Ma'am, I understand.
Okay. Yes, have you sent?
Yes, ma'am, this is my doubt. Actually, I understood the question though, but in the video, professor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please say.
This is, but in the professor, oh, sorry, in the video, the professor gave us a particular formula for the same of factor of reduction. But when I'm using that formula, the answer is not coming. I need to use some other formula, and then only it's coming. So I need to ask how we need to do that.
It's week 4.4, right?
Yes, ma'am.
In this, which question you have doubt?
Fourth one.
Binning reduce the number of comparisons. First, let me just go to the starting of this question. So, how many pairwise comparisons are needed to make if each object is compared with each other subject? So, it's like all the 20 has to be compared, right?
And then 2 and minus 1 by 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, it's like all the 20 has to be compared with the all the other subjects. So, it will be 190. Fine. So, next is assume that we have distribute the 20 subjects 20 objects into equal of bins of equal size. If you go with 4 bins, then how many comparisons? So 4 bin in the sense of each will be of 5. One is compared against
5 into 4 by 2 and then into
it
4
will
bin.
become it will become as 40. So next is we have to make only the least one. So then 10, which means if I make 10 bins now, it will be like one like that we can be able to compare it. Fine. So here, based on the question 1 and 3, so it's just like 190 and 10. Okay. So by what factor does binning reduce the number of comparisons? So it's like 190 divided by 10 because that is the number of factors which we are taking, right?
Yes, ma'am, but like in video, there was like professors gave us a particular formula, like a club formula. So when I'm using that one, it's not coming, but I understood that it's 19. But when I'm using that
Because
one,
they have
it's
asked based on 1 and 2 questions, what is the factor which we have to follow?
yes, ma'am. So ma'am,
Because
if we like just remove that thing, like I'm just asking general if we are told to find this factor of reduction thing.
okay. So whatever explained in the video, that is what we generally used to have. Like what is based on which condition we have to use that.
Okay, ma'am. So it will be mentioned like which condition we need to use, and then we
Huh.
need to find the factor of reduction. Okay,
Yes,
ma'am. Thank
yes,
you.
yes. Okay, any other doubt, people?
This is my doubt.
Okay, so if you have no doubts, we can end the session now. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.